2018 GSL Season 2 Codes Overgrowth.
Watch out, my heart is a hurricane, baby. I will blow you away. It's such a job to save.
Welcome back to the GSL Codes. It's a Zerg vs. Zerg now, Impact versus soO. The person who loses this best of 3 is knocked out of the GSL. That's not good.
No, it's not.
Turns out the rules are we got to kick one of them out, no regret.
I would love to have them all go, but
They can't just go on into Archon mode and face off against Kier. That's not how this works.
Yeah, I don't know if that would even favor them if they did that. Could you imagine? They'd just be like fighting each other like, no, let's do this.
I know. It's like kind of hard to play Archon mode if you're actually with someone who's really good. It's like, stop. I don't need your help.
Yeah.
So, coming into this, Impact is clearly, as far as results go, the underdog. soO always advances to the finals.
Always.
Sometimes he's knocked out, but not in the round of 32, right?
Never.
That's not what's supposed to happen. But guess what? Impact doesn't care.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about soO's story. He doesn't care about your story, casters. He doesn't care. soO fans at home. He doesn't care. He's going to go. He's going to try to take this and face off against Kier.
I'm extremely excited to see how the ZVZ is going to play out. ZVZ, one of the best matchups I know, so
that's right.
We will see how it goes.
We're phoning in the experts here. Jesus has nothing but Battletoads jokes. I got nothing to add to this. That and yelling GG, but with no regret here. You're going to be guiding us to the light here in the ZVZ. Of course, no regret. A Codes Zerg from previous seasons. Our game's loading up. It's going to be on Blackpink. This is Impact versus soO, a fight for survival in the GSL.
Oh my God, Tasteless! You know what that is?
It's not a hatchery. Also not an extractor.
Titan EX1.
Not an Evo chamber.
It's not a roach warren. What else is it not?
Not a Bailey nest.
It's not a spore crawler.
soO.
It's not a Protoss Nexus.
If soO goes hatch for he's doing
It's not an Orc Town Hall.
Okay, so I'm actually very surprised soO's going hatch first on Blackpink. Or yeah, generally you do go hatch first. Like that's a very standard thing of doing. Wait, no, this is normal. So. Yeah, we're going to see an Eco 12 pool here. Eco 12 pool, very, very strong against hatch first. Basically, your idea is you want to A, cancel the hatchery at the natural of soO, or B, force a drone pull and actually either kill some drones or just buy mining time. It's so strong. We don't see a fast gas from Impact, so it's not going to be any really crazy Ling Flood versions of this. It's just going to be Eco 12 pool, probably into Heavy Queen. We'll see how it is played out right now. We don't see a Queen first, so this is going to be a really big emphasis on the Lings earlier on in the faster hatchery, which is pretty normal with Eco 12 pool. Hello, how are you guys doing? You guys really
love you guys.
You guys look great. Okay.
These are
Don't
beautiful
let anyone
people.
tell you
These are
otherwise.
beautiful people down here.
Absolutely beautiful. So soO knows it's coming. I might guess is immediate drone pull to deal with this Ling kind of counterattack. There's really not too much you can do if you're soO. You kind of have to guess if this is Eco or if it's a 12 pool Bane or something crazy like that.
Yeah, that's true. There is definitely a split there, and one is completely different than the other. So, excuse me, we have the Lings coming here.
Yep.
There's no real way to salvage this.
There's no drone pull yet either, so this is kind of the safer way to play in case it's a Bane all in. There it is. It's a little bit delayed. Shouldn't be too big of a deal though. Should be able to stop him from canceling his natural at least.
Oh, hold on.
This is Impact is getting a lot of damage down on the
Impact
CC.
is calling his bluff.
He might just be able to kill this hatchery now.
Oh
no.
My God.
This is going to be really close. It's a big gamble by Impact.
He's got
it though. Oh, he's so close.
No!
What?
What? He's a 1.
Oh, he's going to get it. Oh my God. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. That would have been absolutely crazy if soO did not lose that hatchery. Oh my God. I've never in my ZVZ days have seen a hatchery survive.
Well, you know what's so crazy about it was like, you could see Impact called the bluff of the drones attacking. He's like, no. No. It's like 3 times and he's like, no, I'm going to hit the hatchery. And then he just stutter steps along to the sides and onto the bottom.
Yeah. Could you imagine if you're Impact, you're like freaking out? I would like,
yeah.
Oh man. The nerves I would have.
Impact, I just throw up on myself and pass out at that moment if I don't get the hatchery. Like, this is too much. This is just too much.
Okay. So Impact in a huge advantage now, killing the natural expansion of soO puts you in such a huge edge. soO taking a really quick third base. This is really smart. This is one way you can come back. You can never really all in a person who's going gasless, just because they have so many queens and the ability defensively is just so strong for the player who's going gasless that you just never go for the super all in. You might go for a bit of a timing attack here, but it's not going to do anything. You might be able to push through these queens though. On the left side, top side, that should be
might be able to poke a hole in here. This one queen in the middle is starting to take some damage here, and it goes down. Now going into the main here.
Yeah, this is really nice. Getting one queen here, you won't be able to get too much more done, but getting one queen is still way more damage than you normally get.
Well, you can also try to keep an eye on what exactly Impact's up to. What kind of game does Impact want to bring here? These things are still alive, by the way. I mean,
yeah, this is just really annoying.
These queens are just running around trying to chase this.
Yeah, not much. He might be able to get the creep tumor. Nope.
Oh, he might try to get a drone here.
Yeah, he's going to get at least one drone. No, he doesn't. Really, really nice play from both players. Impact not hemorrhaging too many drones here. And just kind of playing it passively, getting a lot of drones. And you know, this is a very comfortable game from Impact. Pretty fast layer from Impact. Roach Evil on the way. But he is in a pretty big advantage, and there's no really downplaying that. He's up almost 10 workers. Does have the better tech. We do see the only advantage soO has is a faster third, but that's not really an advantage you want.
Yeah, he's trying to go for more growth opportunity here, but it doesn't directly answer the inevitable robustness of Impact coming out later on. He already has all the stuff he needs.
I really like the carapace. This is a really smart thing. I don't think when you go carapace, you don't generally say, okay, I'm going to call your roach play by going roaches. This is more like I'm going to call your roach play by going roach ling. With a faster third, you can kind of build a lot of units, and with a carapace upgrade, you kind of negate the fact that your opponent is going +1 range. So if we do see a big roach push from Impact, which is very likely, we'll probably see Ravager Ling or Roach Ravager Ling defensively, and it's really strong with carapace. So we do see a Spire. This is actually probably not what Impact or soO wants. I think soO either wants to play passively. You don't usually get carapace and go super aggressive unless it's really heavy Ravager Ling really quickly, which could be good. So we'll see.
So yeah, with that Spire on the way, that kind of makes this game a little bit more interesting in some ways. I'm worried for soO here. I cannot picture a world where soO's knocked out of the round of 32.
No, it just doesn't happen.
But the thing is, if he is, Impact has to be celebrated.
Yeah.
You know?
It would be Impact season to get second place, I think. That's how it works, right?
Oh, hold on. Nice surround here on this queen. I don't see any transfuses available.
No.
And now soO's going to try to go and gun down the hatchery. Seeing that the roaches and the queens maybe have overextended. Tries to come in here again. Oh, kind of odd control there. He does get the queen. Some of these Ravagers then morph into... Oh my god, that was so well done by Impact.
Yeah, Impact defensively really strong there, and I don't really see the purpose of that, in my opinion, from soO. I guess it could have gone one way or the other really quickly, but that's a pretty bad fight for soO in general. Especially with the Spire on the back foot. Like, now he can defensively get the Spire pretty freely.
Yeah, that's a good point.
If he built up and went for a bigger push right before Mutas, it probably would have killed a lot more, is all.
So he's going to see if he can't, like, juke and jive around this. Now these Lings will come over here again.
5 Mutas on the way, really not being able to get too much here.
And a lot of these Zerglings just taking hits here. He's trying to surround some of these roaches. The drone's now coming up.
He's never going to win that fight, though.
He's never going to win this. And he's so good, by the way, Impact is at just making a Ravager the moment that he thinks he's going to lose a roach.
Yeah, it's really strong because you get the extra armor when you do that. We'd see 6 Mutas now. 6 Mutas pretty strong.
Seven Mutas.
7 Mutas.
Maybe even a little bit stronger.
A little bit stronger, yeah.
You know, as they say.
soO has no idea, by the way. You'd pull back your Overlords way earlier if you knew this was coming. So this is catching him completely off guard.
And this is one of the funny things about when you go for the muted tech is because the other player, if they didn't get mutas, now it looks like Impact wants to see if he can't do anything. More impact. No, I'm not even sure. Did it again. Impactful here. He wants to see if he can't do any damage over here, but these Overlords are free on the map.
soO didn't see this, by the way. Like, he flew right over Overlords, but there's no reaction whatsoever here.
Oh, the Queen's even like, I'm out of here.
What?
Screw this. I'll see you next season, soO.
Yeah, this is really bad. An exposed base here.
soO's having a bad day.
Yeah, soO should have saw these Mutas. He flew right over top on Overlord.
This is way more drones than I thought were going to be picked off here.
Yeah,
look at this. Without any real definitive response here, the drones can just keep being picked off. 11 already killed. Yeah, and this is in a game where Impact already had more workers, by the way.
Yeah, 61 drones to 44. This is a huge advantage for Impact now. Impact just building roaches defensively, too. Like, he just has more roaches, too. So he just has more of everything here. Better economy, more roaches, and mutas to tech. There is a lot of roaches streaming across the map, though, so maybe he can defensively do this, but I don't think so.
Oh, no, I think there's too much muscle here from Impact. That's it, GG. It's like soO won, excuse me, Impact won on every level. Look at that.
Every level.
My caster brain, I'm so used to having soO win. I'm like, soO did it. No! Impact crushed through there.
Yeah, Impact has to be feeling really good. Obviously winning the mind game with the plus or the 12 pool versus Hatch first.
Dude, Impact, he's still got a shot.
I'm actually very curious to see if Impact goes for another 12 pool, because Catalyst is his map pick, and this is a better 12 pool map than Blackpink.
I love the way you're thinking. No regret, no raggards. You're just, I mean, it could completely just zone soO out of a normal game.
Yep.
And you could see right now a brooding soO thinking, okay, I got to win this series. I got to go and beat Cure. I got to win my rematch against Cure.
You really don't want to be in soO's position, by the way. A best of one against Impact. That's basically what this is for him. He needs to win this game. It's so important. And it's on Catalyst of all maps.
Let's see what soO decides to go for. Impact right now with a 1-0 lead. The player who loses this is out of Season 2 of the GSL Codes. So much on the line right now. I don't know, man. soO is having a bad day. And again, Cure is waiting.
Yeah.
Just at the very end. All right, let's go.
We don't see 12 pool.
Titan EX1 Impact. soO.
Wow. soO completely unfazed by first game. He's going Hatch first this game. That's really, really special in my opinion. Like, I feel like a lot of the lower level players would be faltering right now, like, oh my god, my opponent went 12 pool. Like, what do I do this game? Like, he could 12 pool me again. soO doesn't care. And it's Catalyst of all maps too.
Very gutsy stuff, but I mean, so far so good.
Yeah, this is very smart by soO. Really big gamble. Oh, he's going without a gas?
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I was almost going to say before they started planning the buildings down, we may see builds begin to mirror each other.
Yeah.
Pool gas.
Pool gas. This is a bit safer. I mean, if he does get 12 pool, that's a bit better. Wow, Impact 0-3 versus soO. Not anymore. Gotta update that soon.
Man.
Yeah.
Where do you think this game's going to go then? No raggards.
The later gas for soO is pretty good. I would say that generally, though, it's just to be a little bit safer against all-ins. Like, you don't really need a fast gas against an all-in like 12 pool or 13-12 or something like that. And the mid game is pretty much the same either way, or like the not the mid game, but the Ling phase of the game is pretty much the same.
Early mid or something.
Yeah.
There is that period where it's like the game may not advance for a little bit until they both decide that it's time to advance, or one of them decides it's time to advance.
It's always one of them.
And then that player doesn't die. Then we get to go a little bit further on.
Yeah, and I would bet all of my money that one player would always be soO. Like, all right, we're done with the Ling Bane phase. It's time to go roaches. And Impact would just be like, all right, I'm down for Ling Bane for the rest of this game. You know. We're a little bit early to see that yet, but 4 Lings on the way for soO. This is just really, really standard play. Only 2 for Impact, but that's just not a really big difference here.
So Impact, his Lings are going to go around. It looks like soO's sent 2 back.
soO's building a lair. Okay, Impact's building a lair.
They're both building layers.
Okay, I'm usually pretty well knowledged in ZVZ, but I can't believe both of them are going lair first before anything. Like, no Baneley Nest, nothing.
Well, I imagine that one player, well, each player is assuming the other one isn't doing this, and then they can try to skip around it.
Both players can be really confused. Both are like, why aren't you taking a third yet? Like, yeah, they're both doing that.
My whole strategy is based on you taking a third.
Yeah.
They're both trying to play around each other, but instead it's like a mirror image.
Okay. So we do see Rojiva from both players. This is really strange.
I'm actually, I'm kind of confused by this, because it's like,
this is like,
where do you want this game to go? We've had a couple games like this in both ASL and GSL, where it's like they both decided to do something unorthodox, but then what is an unorthodox build on both sides, if it's mirrored, what is that supposed to look like?
I don't even know.
And sometimes that's a rabbit hole a lot of players haven't gone down.
So this is like that, you know, the Roach +1 Roach timings that you always do to kill like third players or third bases from Pro Zerg players? Like, it's just no one's taking a third though.
Yeah.
I would absolutely love to see Impact just throw down a Spire or soO just throw down a Spire. Like you are getting Roaches and you're getting +1 and all that stuff, but you will have defensive advantage if you're taking a Spire or something. So you shouldn't die as long as you are really, really good at scouting. So I would love to see that from either player, especially with a really fast lair from both players. We probably won't see it because they're just kind of figuring out what they're doing, both of them. And they're both taking thirds, so they're both just going to play out the Roach Ravager.
It's
Roach
like
style.
a staggered third base.
Yeah.
I guess we kind of begin to dip our toes back into what could be a more normal-looking ZVZ from here.
Yeah. They're both just taking thirds. They're both just going to play out Roach style, and I would be very surprised to see either. Oh, is he going to Contaminate off? I don't think he has enough energy for it yet.
I think it wouldn't have been safe for the Overseer to be out any further than that.
Yeah, might even lose it
Ooh,
anyways.
Actually,
he loses it. Really nice from soO. Just like cute thing, like that's actually pretty annoying because you do want to get Contaminates off later on upgrades. Just doesn't have him Contaminate again, does he? No, he doesn't. I don't know why he's poking. He knows everything now.
I think he's trying to check if there's anything else suspect over here.
Yeah.
You know, you're entering back into normality, ZVZ, but you just want to make sure it's like, hey, are we
Is
cool this
now?
what we're doing?
Yeah.
Are we cool? Are we gonna play ZVZ StarCraft 2 like the way that people know it?
Could be even like I said, could be scared of Aspire or something too.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Like I said, we get really fast lair like this. It's something you can definitely be doing. Both players building a lot of Roaches. They're both staying on the same worker count too. So whoever is the defender here is going to have a huge lead. We see a +2 from soO, and we don't see it from Impact, which would generally tell me Impact wants to be the aggressor. But soO is going on the map, so soO would be at a pretty big disadvantage if he tacked into Impact right now.
Okay, soO's coming down now. This has been spotted by Impact's Overseer.
This is exactly what Impact wants, by the way. Because he's not getting his +2, he wants to attack before soO's +2.
Right.
And soO's kind of handing that to him. Oh! Yeah, I guess it's better to play passively here if you're Impact. You don't want to be engaging too far out on the map. Especially as defender. soO really wants to fight.
Oh, he's going to go right in here.
This should, in theory, go really well for Impact.
Yeah, especially with the Queens here, as well as the rallies coming out.
Yeah, this trade is really good for Impact. Oh,
there's one Roach up here too. I'm sorry, I'm confused as how soO was winning anywhere.
Yeah.
In the last minute we just saw there. Even some of the decision making seemed a little bit suspect. That just doesn't seem like a wise decision at all, right?
Right.
And now we have Impact. Impact can actually curb over to the right here, just south of the screenshot that we have. He might try to come up here.
Oh, going through the middle would be really risky, but he's getting kind of rewarded here. Potentially, this could go either way right now. Defender's really good for soO. And you don't want to go back up that ramp.
Bottleneck makes it so hard to actually get up there. The supplies are pretty even.
That does favor soO because his +2 is considerably faster. So if we do see soO hit a +2 timing attack, that would be really scary for Impact. I wouldn't expect him to, though, after his first attack went so poorly. Although he is way ahead in army supply now because Impact has built so many drones. 56 drones to 52, so pretty big advantage for soO. Or for Impact, sorry. I'm not used to Impact having more workers than soO.
I know, this is exciting. I mean, Impact is actually playing a pretty decent series here. Nice Contaminate, by the way.
Yeah,
that's actually pretty
really
huge.
Nice. Pretty big deal because his +2 is already behind, so now it's just even more behind. That gives soO a way bigger window to attack with +2. Did we see Burrow finish, or did he build it and cancel it? I missed that.
I actually didn't see.
Yeah, I didn't see that either.
I guess we'll see it.
Well, we'll see if they end up using it.
Yeah, if it actually comes into play here.
Neither player's getting tunneling claws, though, so probably just a mistake to queue it up and cancel it. Yeah.
So soO's continuing to power up. It's kind of a Roach Ravager arms race at this point in time in the game. Impact is going to take the first 4th base.
It's taking it the forward 4th position.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's a little bit nicer to defend from Burrowed Roach if you have that really far left base. It's a little bit more exposed.
I guess you could push more easily from here if you hold off an attack, where you can't have your army pulled that far down at the bottom left.
Yeah.
So soO's... Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, the only thing about taking this forward 4th is you're kind of handing it to your opponent a little bit. It's really far forward, right? So you're kind of susceptible to a timing attack here.
Okay. soO's going to start asserting himself on the map, making sure that there's some openings here. He can always have a slow drip of roaches going down to different parts of the map. You kind of want to put that in your opponent's bloodstream on the map and just have roaches here and there hitting certain locations. And if one player is neglectful in any way, then that's when the punish really begins to kick in. Impact gearing up to head it.
Looks like Impact wants to try and hit a +2 timing. As soon as this +2 finishes, I'd expect him to try and attack.
I think it's going to happen. He'll have to try to maneuver around some corrosive biles.
Oh, he's in.
When you have this many Ravagers, it makes sort of a no man's land with the two armies.
Oh, he's taking a lot of biles, though.
soO's actually buying a decent amount of time here with this.
soO took a lot more biles than Impact, though, there. Oh, man, Impact's biles are so beautiful.
Yeah, well, also, I feel like soO isn't quite moving out of the way there, you know?
Yeah, he isn't. And the army counts are really going in favor, I think. Oh, though he is defensive here, so he's got a slight advantage.
soO has a better arc. soO only has to hold this position above where the right bush and the left bush are. Impact has to push past that, which means he basically has to win a fight. I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, both players, I think, kind of don't want to go too far in. Like, if you kind of commit your army, then it potentially just loses you the game if the fight goes one way or the other. So both players kind of playing it a bit more passive. I'd still say soO is pretty hugely in favor of the upgrades. Like, he does have a timing where he can hit carapace, a carapace advantage. Unless we get a contaminate on the Evo. But we don't see that yet. Oh, this could be really bad for Impact, too.
Hold up, hold up. soO's actually going to try to wrap around here.
Wait, soO just battled his own Overlord. Okay.
Hold up here. Yeah, I did see that. So Impact coming in now.
Oh my god.
So much damage being dealt over here, especially with this group of roaches coming in here from the top. Keep in mind there's a little bit more Ravagers over here for Impact on this side of the map, but as that roach army gets thinned out, they can actually begin to be picked off.
Yeah, Impact's soO hitting a beautiful timing with armor versus his opponent's lack of an armor. This is what I thought was really scary for Impact. His army's plummeting.
I think soO just won this game. This is just such a massive army. He's got many more roaches on the way. He's just going to regroup because he doesn't want to hemorrhage Ravagers.
Yeah, he's saving a decent portion of his Ravagers and traded them for Impact, so this is a pretty good spot for him to be in.
Okay.
You see, Impact's armor is finishing, so the upgrade advantage is gone for soO, but he has the army advantage now, so he doesn't really need it.
Well, it's like 30 supply more. So he's going to try to come in here again. And in an open field like this, generally it's the person that has more just comes out on top. You can't abuse any kind of bottleneck locations.
Yeah. Yeah, so this fight going pretty evenly, but obviously soO just has a larger army here, and it's starting to snowball into soO's favor, and GG's called Impact having to tap out.
All right, soO with the revenge.
soO with the revenge. It would have been really sad to see soO go out here 2-0 to Impact. So I'm really glad he's able to take it and go into the game number 3.
This is soO's moment for redemption.
Yes, it is.
soO, we have for so many years seen him go to the GSL finals, dominate tournament after tournament. He doesn't win, but hell, man, he gets to the finals. But is this a new era? I mean, were we always going to see soO do that? Will we never see soO in a finals now? I kept saying eventually it's going to happen. Maybe not. He has to overcome this round of 32, the hardest round of 32 we have here in the GSL.
Easily the hardest, for sure.
Everybody's so good in this group. TY is our first survivor. It's Impact versus soO in this final game between these two. And the winner goes up against Cure, someone who was killing it as well in this group.
Yep.
Anybody can get out.
I think still a scary group, you know? It's 1-1 in the first losers match, and this is this could be the qualifying map.
Sure.
And it wouldn't even be surprising. But we still have a scary player waiting for both of them.
So we're going to go to this final game right here, right now. It's going to be on Acid Plant, Impact versus soO. Let's go.
Fight. Titan EX1 Impact.
Really likable guy. I like Impact. Love his playstyle.
You gotta love his playstyle. It's super exciting.
soO.
Why do you hate his playstyle?
Also love soO.
You hate his playstyle too.
Yeah, so one thing about Acid Plan is it's probably the least likely map to ever see a 12 pool or 13-12 or any of that stuff on. rush distance really long, and the Overlord rush distance much slower. Hello.
Thanks for coming down, guys.
Lovely.
I gotta say, man, this is. Yeah, you're right. This is not something that's going to allow for quick aggression.
Is that a 3? That's a 3 hatch before pool. Tasteless.
This is greedy.
This is greedy.
This is one of the 7 deadly sins.
And it's beautiful. I love everything
about it. And it might get you out of the GSL code S and in the round of 16.
This is so smart by Impact. Really playing to soO. Like, soO, there's no way soO will ever go 3 hatch. There's no way soO will ever go 13-12 on this map. So,
right.
Beautiful, beautiful play.
And soO's playing more of a middle of the road. Like, if you're trying to teach someone how to play StarCraft, it's like, do what soO does.
Yeah, this is just a safe, nothing crazy build.
If you want to win your GSL Code S match and go up against Kira, maybe you want to do what Impact does.
Yeah, this is the way you take a game off of someone who you would consider better than you, in my opinion.
But, you know, again, with soO, he is somebody who's usually able to think on his feet. He's very crafty.
Yeah, I guess the biggest question here is, does soO scout the third base upon scouting the natural? Does he turn it to the left afterwards? Because there's no way he goes there first.
There is some ambiguity about where you'd want to take your third base, right?
The faster you take this, or you scout this, the faster you can actually plan a reaction. Evo Chamber first. Oh, this is not how you want to play it if you're soO. Getting an armor here would be really...
Okay, hold on.
He's going to scout it. I mean, he's going to scout it afterwards, but he probably already starts the armor upgrade. His speed is not on time, so there's no way of actually reacting to this.
So Impact takes the risk. It looks like the risk pays off. soO just got vision.
Yeah. One nice thing for soO is the fact that he sees the 3 hatch before pool. He knows he's not going to get all in as well, because armor is a little bit greedy as well. You don't have a Bailey Nest on time. Your speed is delayed. So it's kind of good for both players. Both players getting away with a little bit of aggression or greed.
By the way, when soO spotted that hatchery, stone-faced. Didn't react. I was watching. And that's pretty cool, because maybe soO has an answer kind of in this wormhole of weird builds that we have.
Yeah, he could. I mean, it'll be hard for sure. Like, we don't see his speed for soO yet. His speed just starting now, so it's even later. If we see a 3-base all-in from Impact with Ling Bane, that would be incredibly hard for soO to hold.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny because he takes his advantage in some way and then just tosses it aside.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and says, all right, I'm going to
I'm just going to go for an all-in.
I'm just going to go for an all-in.
You could have did that on hatch first.
Yeah.
Look at this micro. Oh, that was beautiful. soO did win that fight, though. Disappointed Impact. That's not how you play a Ling versus Ling fight.
So we have some more drones coming out. Baneling's Nest is almost done. Now, let's just watch and see for Impact. Is there going to be a big explosion of Lings?
I think there will be. 4 Banelings on the way. That is pretty defensive, though.
Yeah, I mean, I would have thought...
explosion of Lings for soO.
Well, you know what? Maybe, I was going to say, maybe this is going to work out nicely because there's more and more Lings coming out now for soO.
Yeah.
This might be just what the doctor ordered here for Impact.
Yeah, he's definitely going to play the passive one. Yeah, passive game. I do think he would have had a small timing where he could have done something. But now he probably has lost that timing completely. He just lost an Overlord to this Queens, by the way. Like 2 seconds ago, he lost an Overlord to these Queens. So this is a second Overlord dying to the exact same 2 Queens.
Yeah.
Not a very good spot to be in. Like the advantage you get for a 3-hatch isn't actually so big that you can just be like, okay, well, 2 Overlords here, a couple Ling Bane there. Like it's just not. Like the advantage is not that big. We do kind of, I don't know, this is not that great of a spot to be in if you're Impact.
Whoa!
Especially with armor being finished here for soO.
Okay. The Lings are just trying to keep this zoned out with the Banelings there to really keep a wall up. There's enough Lings here, it's hard for any of these 1 Lings to try to snipe any of Impact's Banelings. Impact is actually going to try to shove down here.
These 2 Banes could get some connections here. I think he has 2 queens here, though. In the nat?
They are interested in the natural,
yeah. 2 queens.
Well, this isn't going to do anything. I'm actually surprised he sent those in because there would be queens there. But
where's all of soO's Lings? Did he lose them? Oh, he lost them. 22 Lings.
Okay,
he might actually just die here.
The observer missed that.
He has 1 Roach and 3 queens. He could lose all of his queens here. I would love to see Impact just jump on this.
There's no immediate easy counter for the Lings that Impact has here.
Yeah, just jumping on these queens. This would be really nice here. He's going to get all 3 queens at least.
Well, hold on. Transfusions come down.
It should still get
that Ling army starting to get thinned out. 1 is take.
No queens. That is very good for soO. That 1 queen should have definitely gone down at least, though.
Yeah, he could have killed that for sure.
He just pulled away. Like he was like, okay, I can lose 20 Lings.
At least he didn't try to come back and attack it. That's one of those moments where, you know.
He did that once and killed a hatchery, so.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true. So there's 10 roaches being made now.
Yeah, soO looking like he wants to put on some aggression. That's a lot of roaches.
Yeah, and soO has an army that actually is a little bit more
Spine
muscular.
crawlers from Impact.
And what are they at the third base
I
out
guess
there?
yeah, this is really good for Impact, I think.
Well, it's going to be harder for the roaches to actually do anything.
Oh, I would have loved to see a Spire from Impact, but it's from soO. Especially if you're going to build Spine crawlers. Okay.
Oh, that's so smart. So he cancels out the moment he says, "You're not for real.
you're faking it.
You're a poser, bro."
Yeah. He still saves one just in case it isn't fake. You don't want to. He's building another one too. Oh no, that's moving him.
Okay, so he's relocating that one.
Yeah, this is nice.
But with soO making drones right now and a Spire about 1/3 of the way done, I don't think soO's going to do anything dramatic on the map. I mean, right now the workers, soO's finally caught up. It's actually Impact with the bigger army, but
yeah, soO having 1-1 makes it really hard for Impact to do anything with his rushes too. Like, he can take a fight, but if it's anywhere close to even, he's going to have a disadvantage. So it would be really hard for him to win a fight where it's even roaches. Kind of allowing soO to get a Spire here pretty comfortably, which is not what you want to be doing if you're Impact. You do not want your opponent to get a free Spire. Usually you want to do some pressure or something, but like there just is nothing here that you can do if you're Impact.
yeah, Impact's basically going to have to stay back.
Impact's building his own Spire now.
Yeah, the Spire's a little bit later.
This is how you should be playing it, in my opinion. I would have liked to see the Spire a little bit faster, but this is okay.
Some more drones coming here.
6 mutas on the way. Clearly, Impact has no idea. Look at all these Overlords on the map. No way you would send all these Overlords out if you knew the Spire was here. This Changeling seeing all these gases at the third may tip him off.
Yeah, no, that could absolutely telegraph a tech like that. Now,
we still see the Overlords.
Impact's still getting his Spire. Maybe he's more okay with some of the Overlords out here if he's going to have a Spire of his own that's about to finish.
Want to do a creep highway. That's interesting.
Well, that definitely means he's confident he can fight on the ground here if he has to. Otherwise, he's making a highway for his opponent to attack into him. Yes. So some Overlords are being hit here, and this is actually right before the Spire's done. But look at that. A bunch just hatched right then and there.
That was 5 Overlords. Yeah, he's ready to give up those Overlords for sure. 3 Queens here. Should be able to deal with these mutas at least long enough to get his own mutas out. We're going to see like this really weird muta versus muta game now, which we've honest. I don't think I've ever seen a muta versus muta game, like a genuine muta versus muta game in GSL yet. I could be wrong.
It's actually only a couple I've ever gotten to cast, because usually it's one guy is going for the muta, the other person isn't.
Yeah, it's always the party trick though. You don't see 2 party tricks usually in ZVZ.
Yeah, well said. Yeah, it's one person is trying to. I call them be the virtuous nerd.
soO has no idea about these mutas yet. The party tricks are going off left and right.
Yeah, well, he's going to make a bunch more mutas coming up here.
Okay, he sees the muta now.
Okay, so he knows. So sometimes when you're going muta versus muta, you're kind of stuck for a little bit doing that.
That's a lot of roaches.
Whoa, good interceptor by Impact. Definitely getting a nice angle, but with those corrosive biles coming out, unfortunately connected on soO's army, he is able to advance forward.
He might be throwing away all these roaches. There's a lot of queens and a lot of mutas here. Lots of transfuses available, and he does have mutas. Does have +1 armor though, so these mutas are going to barely be doing any damage to roaches. Fight's going pretty evenly, honestly. Looking at the supply, it could go either way. Looks like it's starting to go in favor of soO, but it's still very even. I don't know if giving away all these roaches for this is worth it though, if you don't do any economic damage.
Well, funnily enough, a lot of those roaches were able to skip across the creep that was dropped there by Impact. So he's going to start coming in here now. He's thinned out the majority of the army, but he's not able to actually do anything that's really that meaningful this time around. I mean, Impact kind of chases him out. I think if I'm Impact, I'd say, okay, that's fine with me.
I think that would be a pretty normal, just okay. I don't know how you would react either. You're not like, okay, well that was bad, or you're not like, okay, that was good.
It's just like, I'm fine with this game going on.
Yeah, this is, he's starting to get Hydras, soO. If he can pick off some of these transitioning Hydras, this is pretty questionable.
Problem is the Hydras with the mutas. I mean, Impact cannot engage that, especially with more of them coming up here now. Denying the option for a base here in the 12 o'clock spot.
Killing the extractors that were never to be extracted from.
I know. So I wanted to comment on those extractors earlier, but there was no moment we had to really talk about that. Impact right now trying again to come in here and do some damage with these mutas. But, with Hydras on creep, it's pretty hard to actually run away without eating some of the shots there from the Hydras.
Right. Especially if they have the upgrade. I didn't see if the range upgrade's on the way. But yeah, you can just take damage from pretty much everything. Queens, mutas, like if you're trying to retreat. So it's really hard to commit and try to trade with anything because you could just lose a bunch of mutas doing that. And that's the only advantage he has right now is his muta count. Oh, one thing that is really nice is we see Bane speed. And we see a lot of mutas from soO, and that's kind of an investment that won't pay off if you're playing against Bane speed, because you kind of just need your Hydras to do everything.
I think a lot of times the Banes also just counter the Hydras if they start to get isolated. Like you don't have a proper Zerg ground army. Like Roaches are great, but if you come in from the side and hit these Hydras, especially if they're targeting something else,
right?
Then all the Hydras just die. It's like Marines.
Yeah, and what ATR do you have if you lose your Hydras? You have 5 mutas. That is not enough.
Yeah, that's called none.
That's called none, exactly.
No regret, Garino. Dude, he's going to try to hit this base up here. This is going to be a force denial for sure, right?
Yes, 100% going down. It's not that big of a deal for Impact to lose this base, considering soO is only mining like 8 patches of minerals at his 4th. It's not the end of the world, especially if soO loses his army somehow.
Oh, hold on. We actually have mutas being hit from all these different angles. I think actually soO might have like a bulldozer.
He might have
size
a
army.
size
He just might just do so much damage. This angle is really ugly, but I still think this might be enough. Even though Muta's trying to come in here from the back.
Yeah, these mutas are taking a lot of damage to the Hydras now.
Wow, actually pretty good control here by soO. I think soO just did it. soO just won this game.
Yeah, soO definitely just won this game.
GG, soO has survived at least that match, but not this group just yet. Impact's our first player eliminated.
Oh man. soO has to be feeling a really big sigh of relief being up on the ropes against Impact.
Yeah.
That would be very scary.
soO, this has been an exhausting day for him.
Yes, it
Is the prophecy true?
It seems like it is.
Will
he's going to get second again.
Advance. And yeah, he's going to get second again, quite possibly. Or is Kier going to stop them now? Is he the one from the other part of the prophecy? There's 2 prophecies, only one's true.
We'll have to see, I guess. It's either the undefeated in the round of 32 prophecy or the second place prophecy.
You guys don't even know all the prophecies, but we do. That's why we're casting this. Only one player is going to move on, man. And we're going to go to that in just a little bit. When we come back, Kier versus soO, our last best of 3 in tonight's GSL.
Tell me what it's like to die.